St. Louis is a very artistic-driven city where there's a lot of struggle, but there's a lot of resources at the same time.
You can basically find something every week to explore the arts in St. Louis.
We have some incredibly talented people, musicians, filmmakers, painters, actors.
Contrary to popular belief, there is space exactly for what it is that you want to do, and there's opportunity for it to happen.
Creatives Count here in St. Louis really is just a census of sorts of the creative community.
They're checking research and data so that they know how to support the artists.
What are the types of things that they're doing? What are their needs?
I really wanted to go out and get all aspects of the fashion industry.
We had photographers, painters, actors, actresses.
People who made indie films. Some of the people do more commercial work, more corporate work.
They are looking very broadly, and they are being inclusive of communities that may not have been included before.
You can't just necessarily condense a whole entire creative community just by, a handful of people. But we did our best and picked individuals that would just be able to represent some of the stories of us as creatives.
We're trying to gather information regarding strengths and areas for improvement within the creative community. There was a financial component to it. Maybe that made some people uncomfortable, but it's important to know how much of your own resources are you putting into your practice.
A lot of my own works have been self-funded, or I've had to figure out, kind of how to make it work.
My creative work is funded primarily by just me working and commissions.
Definitely work for a company that has nothing to do with my interests in life. You know what I'm saying? 40 hours a week.
And sometimes I just take chances, even though I shouldn't be. You know what I mean? But a lot of it is like, hey, it's your own money. Who else gonna believe in it? You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it.
Being a creative, there's so many expenses, point blank, period. So it's like, congrats, we made a lot of money, but looks like we technically broke even. You know what I'm saying?
Expansion has been very difficult for me. You got, 500 emails of somebody wanting a product, and it's just probably you and another sewer, and there's no manufacturing company that you can really partnership with. How are you going to get these 500 products made?
I do believe there's opportunities for creatives in St. Louis, but sometimes those opportunities are afforded to certain individuals or certain groups.
I have come across a lot of people who look like me that don't have the same amount of resources and access to be able to create bigger productions, to hire more people, to give more opportunity, to create casual spaces like this.
When you find yourself in that position, you make your own.
If I have a project, I am likely hiring other filmmakers to come and help me bring that project to life, and vice versa. It's really just an artist-to-artist economy.
I think that's where the artistic community in St. Louis really comes together and bonds with each other, because they understand what we're doing in order to produce something.
Artists are literally the #1 supporter of other artists.
The culture here is crazy supportive. And if I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, so if I can't help you, I'm gonna connect you with somebody else. And that's what I do all the time, right?
Here in St. Louis, you have the ability to actually be the person who ends up rallying all the people who now creates more opportunities. And then you also have the ability to sharpen your craft and sharpen your tool.
The amazing thing about being here is that you're kind of forging your own reality, and you get to create your new rules. There's not a lot of permits that you need and things like that, and so we bring people in from across the country for certain projects.
One of the themes that really shocked me about our focus group was those designers did not know of how many resources it were right here in St. Louis for them.
I was accepted into one of the media production training programs here and was just allowed to have resources that I would have never had on my own and access to mentors that I don't know how else I would have met them.
When you find your people and your right people, the information will flow freely between each other.
There are a lot of venues that are supportive of a lot of cross-breeding in artistic communities.
There are grants that go around. I know the Luminary has the Futures Fund where they offer grants towards artists to really make whatever they want to make. There's a fair amount of those things going on that people can tap into.
That's one of the things I love about Artists First is that we provide everything to empower artists of all abilities.
I'm not able to fund my own studio time, so I sell my art, and they get the money from that to fund my time here.
I think if we collaborate together, we're just gonna build a stronger arts community.
I think the city is really stopping and realizing that they need to support their artists and able to pull more people here to the city to make the city that much more vibrant and valuable to anybody who wants to live here.
So many friends of mine who had like some beautiful paying jobs out in LA and out in New York are now able to come home and get the type of money that they were making out there and live cheaper. That's how you know the shift is happening.
We are seeing a change in the narrative. I strongly believe Regional Arts Commission has pivoted in a way that is truly supportive of creatives.
We have a great scene here. I love it.
God body, hopping king. No one don't stay, don't stop me. All of it love me. When Lord let it want me, I know that he watch me, so my angels won't copy. I know that he watch me, but nobody can stop.
I like to let people know that if you don't know me or my name, please refrain from calling me anything else. See, a lot of people have called me things, but an artist is where I draw the line. See, I'm not one of them. I'm more like what art is, and I got the proof, baby. See, my father met a girl with a pearl earring, and that's when my mother captured his eyes. See, they met in rhythm at the Sugar Shack, to be exact, and he scratched his record till she Mona Lisa'd, and they danced to a starry night till she was a persistent memory. She blushed when my father finally offered her his last supper, and then boom, they went home to make art, and that was me. See, me and arts, we cohesive, like hair and chewing gum. Me and art, we tight, like the first of the month after spending money on new supplies. See, me and art, we exclusive trust. The biggest museum in the world ain't got nothing on us. See, me and art, we soulmates. Ain't no separating us. We in a bind like DNA. So much art be spelled out in the creases of my palm to let people know whenever they see me, they see her. Cause I know her like the back of my hands, like a pen in my hand, like a brush in my hand, like a mic in my hand. I mean, we so one and the same, it's not enough room for the both of us to dance. So listen, I'm so art. The store Michael's was supposed to be named after me. See, I'm so art. I can make bread off of a canvas piece. A true artisan, you see, while everybody else just artsy. See, I'm so art. Man, forget that. Art's so me. It's got roots breaking through concrete to get me to dance on the street. I'll say that again. Art's so me. I got roots breaking through concrete to get me to dance on the street. Art's so me. I turn black trauma into melodies and make bullets bounce to the beat. I'm so art. Man, I'm doing it right now. Unapologetically letting my soul sing to the crowd, letting my voice paint the world we live in color, watching how my body of work can make you move as I'm speaking right now. I am not an artist. I am what art is.
incredible. And in the art world of Poetry Slam, a space that has roots in the same black and brown urban neighborhoods of hip hop, and that poet, Harris-Stowe State University graduate Bisa Aldero. She went in, y'all. I am Andrea Purnell, Board Chair of the Regional Arts Commission of St. Louis, and we welcome you to CULTURA, Research, Arts, and Culture. Throughout our time, we ask that you share your questions and comments by scanning the QR code or writing it down on an index card and handing it to our ushers. The video you witnessed moments ago was captured by Dynamite Candle, documenting the qualitative data collection of creative counts. This iteration of the research study was conducted by John Corwath and Casey Wallace of Walth Brown. Please join me in expressing our gratitude to the researchers, our appreciation to the video production team, and giving flowers to that poet. As well as our very own mastermind, whose music was what you were tapping your feet and snapping your fingers to in the video. Absolutely. The poem authored by Bisa Aldero was inspired in part by the video and her own journey as a poet born and raised here in St. Louis. Bisa is the city's first youth poet laureate. She is a national Youth Poetry Slam champion and alumni of Harris-Stowe State University. She's coached other youth poets as well in a program funded by the Regional Arts Commission, and we appreciate your work, poet. Because our micro-conference is happily situated in St. Louis County, we would be remiss if we did not invite remarks from our very own county executive, Sam Page.
I'm Dr. Sam Page, St. Louis County Executive. The arts reflects our society, capturing our history and highlighting our humanity. The arts transcends all borders and cultures, opening windows to worlds that otherwise would not be seen. St. Louis Arts expresses our ideals. Art continues to have a profound impact on how we view the world and how we shape our opinions. St. Louis art contributes to our economy, and the studies outlined today will indicate just how impactful the arts are to our community and prosperity. The arts entertain, educate, and illuminate. The arts are an economic catalyst creating jobs, driving tourism, and generating revenue. The arts and culture sector in St. Louis generates $600 million in economic activity, attracting 12 million visitors and contributing to and supporting 19,000 jobs in our region. Thank you for supporting and growing arts in our region.
Thank you, Dr. Page. We appreciate your support. The research presented today noted the shutdown caused by the pandemic and its economic aftermath. Not all of us were able to exit the pandemic as strong as we're entering. Federal and local efforts marshaled funding to provide relief for those in need of support. The city of St. Louis acknowledged the pain experienced by our arts community and directed $10.6 million in funding from the American Rescue Plan Act to help artists and arts organizations recover from the shutdown. Mayor Jones and her administration are integral to the creative sector's recovery in the city. To offer remarks on behalf of the City of St. Louis, we welcome Nick Dunn, Public Information Officer and spokesperson for Mayor Tashara Jones.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Good. Okay, first I gotta ask, where are my fellow CAT alumni? Woo! Yeah, that's right. So as she said, my name is Nick Dunn. I have the honor of serving as now interim communications director as well as liaison to the arts for Mayor Tashara Jones. And I am a graduate of the CAT Institute, the pandemic class. For those of you who are not familiar, the day we graduated was the day we went into shutdown. Yeah, and so that we weren't able to bring our projects into our communities the way so many other CAT alumni had gotten to, and it not only affected those projects, it also affected our jobs and our industry. You know, this is our industry was most disparately impacted throughout the world when COVID hit, and all of us here in this room, I'm sure, saw how deeply it affected us and how quickly it could all be taken away. But when Mayor Jones entered into office in 2021, and me along with her, we were looking at how can we support our arts community, knowing how deeply impacted it was by the shutdowns. And so through the advocacy, I'm sure many of you signed on to the letter where more than 100 arts organizations said, hey, we need support from the American Rescue Plan. And that's exactly what we did. We moved with unanimous support from the Board of Aldermen to allocate $10.6 million to arts and arts organizations in St. Louis City. Yeah. So it is an accomplishment that I, as the arts liaison, am particularly proud of, but I want you to know that the work has not stopped there. We have so much more work to do. So right now, our administration is reviewing the Sound Diplomacy Report, and thank you. And we are looking forward to reviewing the findings from the AEP6 and Creative Counts reports that were presented today. So it is our hope that conferences like this one will be a beacon of hope in the years to come as we continue to expand and improve upon the economy of arts in the city of St. Louis. So on behalf of Mayor Jones and the city of St. Louis, thank you for your work and your contributions to the beauty and vitality of this city. And thank you to our friends at RAC for bringing us all here together today. Thank you so much.